I'm glad to hear it.
Well, not exactly, but that's okay. That's another story.
Let's ask Tom, when last year at the Oscars and throughout the course of the awards season, you've really made so many eloquent, moving, often very funny. You've really, every time you picked up an award, obviously none of this has gotten stale for you.
Oh no, this, it's always special. The reasons, some of the occasions are kind of silly and some of them are goofy, but that the fact that it's a bit of an honor to be invited wherever these people invite you, and it's not going to be forever. It's going to be for a very short period of time. So it gets to be wearing, it gets to be taxing. I'm tired, but other than that,
last year, it was so special. We were talking about your emotional acceptance speech for Philadelphia and how much that meant to you. Could you possibly top that this year?
Well, no. The movies are so very different. If I should be asked to go up there again, the circumstances and the reasons that I'm up there, I would be up there tonight are very different. Last year, I was standing and representing thousands of men who are dead of AIDS. It's quite simple. And it's a very different sort of film. But believe me, the emotion and the impact that it'll have on me will be exactly the same. It is a constant.
I've seen you palling around here with Robert Zemeckis, who is, of course, up for Best Director. Oh, that big goof. You've said he's the hardest working guy in show business. He deserves it tonight, do you think?
I think so. This is actually going to be a much tougher night than last year, because with 13 nominations, good friends that we went through the wars with are up for recognition, and so almost every time somebody new comes up to the podium, we're going to be sweating bullets.
Terrific. And Rita, before we say goodbye to you both, because I know you've got so many other people to talk to, when Tom picked up the SAG Award, he made mention of how terrific both of you as working actors. That was a good speech.
It was a great speech, and I really liked what he said about the masks of comedy and drama being so similar, and yet different images of each other. And I know personally that all our friends that are actors really appreciated that he said that, because it's true. I mean, those are two important things to actors, being able to do.
I like that I pointed out my wife was Miss Screen Actors Guild of 1983.
Absolutely.
Have a terrific
we were talking about how tough it is to maintain a wonderful, happy marriage in Hollywood, but you guys are doing it.
Well, now that it gets put out there, it's almost like, don't talk about it, don't jinx it.
Have a good time. Thank you both.
Thank you both for being with us. Thank you.
And the man that Tom Hanks credits as the hardest, and
Robert
you waited for us.
How are you? Good to see you.
Hi, the odds-on favorite for the Best Director Oscar tonight, and your family.
This is Mary Ellen and Alex. Yes, they're
Watched you in the car on the whole long way.
Yeah.
Oh, what a long ride it must have been tonight.
It's a long ride when you're 9.
But you're holding up very, very well. You excited for your father?
Yeah, I'm very excited, and I very much so hope that he wins, and I'm crossing my fingers really tight, and that's all I got to say about that.
All right.
Robert,
we
talked to Tom Hanks about, he says you're the hardest working guy in show business. Is he a workaholic? Is it true?
I've got to change my ways. Yo, definitely taking a break. You bet.
A lot of people don't necessarily appreciate the tremendous amount, and I noticed, I read an article today, 12,000 people in costume, hundreds and hundreds of people. When you got the script and decided you wanted to move forward with this, did you think it would be too daunting, that it couldn't be done? A lot of people said this movie could never be made.
Yeah, well, we really didn't know for sure, to be honest. You know, you read something that's this huge and this complicated, and all you can do is surround yourself with really good people and inspire them to work really hard, which is what they did.
Well, your body of work is so impressive with Back to the Future and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Forrest Gump has special meaning for you.
I'm sorry?
Forrest Gump has special meaning.
Well, it does. It's the I must say it's the movie that I made that I feel the closest to of all of them. Yeah.
Have a great time tonight. Nice
Good
to meet
luck.
your family. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're joined again by someone who has the experience, who's been down Oscar's red carpet before. Holly Hunter, good to see you.
Hello, Holly. You look gorgeous tonight.
Thank you very much.
And who is this with you?
This is Janusz Kaminski, my fiance.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Congratulations to you both. Holly, I guess it's sort of a generic question, but the fact of the matter is, you know what the 20 nominees this year have gone through. What is it like?
Well, last year it was really fun because there were so many of us from the piano here. So it really was like I had a family here, and we celebrated the event together.
A lot of people say that the Best Actress category this year, the fact that Jessica Lange's performance from a film 4 years ago, a terrific performance, indicates the dearth of quality roles for women. Do you have a thought about that? Do you think there aren't enough good roles out there for women?
I still think that there's not a lot to choose from. And, you know, I hope that it continues to get incrementally better. And I think maybe it is getting a little better.
Well, you're working with Jodie Foster, but in a very different role. She's directing. How is that working with her?
We're having an incredible time. I mean,
For the holiday.
yes, we're having so much fun. And it's an amazing cast. And Jodie is extraordinary. And she's extremely generous. And we're just having a blast.
So are you pulling for her tonight? Pulling for Jodie tonight in the Best
Oh,
Actress?
yeah. I'm always pulling for Jodie.
Terrific, Holly. Thank you both so much. Have a good time tonight.
Thank you. Have fun.
We are going, Sinise, we're going to move from an Oscar nominee, an Oscar winner last year, to an Oscar nominee tonight.
Gary Sinise for
so
Forrest Gump,
terrific
who
in
played the
Forrest Gump.
disabled Vietnam vet.
Gary,
who was
hi,
so
how are you? Good to
incredible.
see you.
Hello, Gary.
I was just watching you on TV.
So much the better.
Hi,
That's
Gary,
the right thing to say.
How are you? Nice to see you tonight.
Gary, among the stations carrying our program tonight is WGN in Chicago, and they talked at considerable length about your involvement in the Steppenwolf Theater, how all the people back home in Chicago are pulling for you. Did that theater background help with the good work you did on screen in Forrest Gump?
It was everything. It's my whole background.
Gary, I have to ask you about the award you received from the disabled vets. Once you received that award, this must feel somewhat like a whole different emotional plane. That was really.
That was very, very special. I mean, that's an acknowledgement that I would have definitely wanted to have. This is, of course, very nice, and I love being here, and I love being one of the 20 actors that are here. But that was a particular kind of acknowledgement of playing a disabled veteran, and by a disabled veterans organization. And it was very, very special. I'll never forget that moment.
You walked into that room, and those disabled vets clapped for you like they've never seen anyone before.
Yeah, about 4,000 or 5,000 people, a lot of them disabled vets, just stood up and cheered, and it was very, very emotional. It was really special.
A terrific performance. Thank you both so much. Have a good time
Good luck tonight.
Thank you very, very much. You know, a lot of people talk about the glamour of Hollywood, and
yes.
speaking of glamour, boy, Claudia Schiffer and David Copperfield, good to see you both.
Hello there. Hi, how are you tonight? What a dress! We've been talking with our fashion expert back in the studio about how all of the stars are given bids from all kinds of different designers to wear their gowns. Did you have a lot to choose from tonight?
Yes, I have a lot to choose from. And I chose Versace because I really love it very much. So.
David, now are you involved? You're quite dapper yourself. Let's not take away from anything that you're wearing.
Jean-Paul Gaultier action.
Of course. Now, are you involved in the fashion conversation with Claudia?
I hold her hand. I plug my CBS special on May 1st, and I smile a lot.
David suddenly getting the idea about the way these things really, really work to a large
But
degree.
did you help pick this out? Tell the truth.
She asked my opinion, but it's an easy choice, I think. Feels great.
Well, you look lovely.
Have
Have
a
fun
terrific time tonight.
Thank
you so much. Now, Cater, I don't mean to make you envious, but we're about to be joined by someone who I have a very personal and, quite frankly, well, Vendela, the supermodel, is here. So good to see you. She's making her way here, and now the big smooch.
Sam and Vendela. Oh my goodness.
You are.
Been to Sweden lately?
I have not been to Sweden recently, but thank you for asking. Tell us about this.
Well, the dress is designed by Isaac Mizrahi. Love it. You want to see it? It's very nice. And yeah, it's great. I love it. I'm really excited about this dress. And of course, the makeup is by Al May. And I'm here with Revlon as my date tonight.
So how many designers did you offend by saying no?
Well, actually, Isaac is really one of my favorites, and I sort of asked him right away. I said, Isaac, is there any possibility? He said, of course, anything for you, Vendela. So,
Vendela, with that in mind, what is the criteria? How do you decide? I mean, everybody wants to put you in a dress. How do you decide which one you're going to wear?
I think whatever you feel most comfortable with, you know, or what you think is going to look the best on you that night or whatever, you know.
Well, if you feel great, you look great.
That's true. That's true.
Do you have any picks tonight? Any favorites?
Sorry,
Any picks? Any favorites for you
Tom
tonight?
Hanks, Forrest Gump, and Watch Me on Murphy Brown on May 8th.
Ah,
It is
okay.
the very
Vendela,
beautiful
thank
and
you
the
very
plug
much.
patrol. Thank
you
you.
heard her pick.
Did you see kick
Forrest
both
Gump.
sides?
Oh yes,
Both
I saw
sides.
that.
Thank you
very
very
nice,
much.
Sam.
We're going to be chatting with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver in just a moment. And before we do, I know Lori is quickly gathering her thoughts and feelings on those terrific outfits. We will get to Lori in just a moment. But before we do, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria are here. The screams that you're hearing all over the place are not only people in our general vicinity. As you can tell from our big Skycam shots, this is an L-shaped walkway. And so even though we may be talking with a star at a particular time, somebody else is talking with a particular star at a particular time. And that explains why you're hearing the shouts all over the place. Our pals Maria Shriver and Arnold Schwarzenegger, there's the limousine gridlock. Here comes...
And it's a very long walk down that red carpet because they literally
Here comes Maria. Hi, Maria. Maria and Arnold Schwarzenegger joining us. Good evening. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you both, Arnold.
Good to see you.
You're going to be up on stage making an important presentation tonight.
Yeah, I'm handing to Clint Eastwood the Irving Thalberg Award, which is a very important award for people that really make movies that have a tremendous impact and have lasting value. And of course, that's one of the reasons why it's so special for me. But the other one is, of course, because he's been a great idol of mine and a great friend of mine for many, many years. And the idol of mine since I was a kid in Austria. So it's really a great moment.
We've talked to Jamie Lee Curtis just a few minutes ago about the visual effects from True Lies. What do you think of its chances tonight?
Pardon me?
The special effects from True Lies. What do you think of its chances tonight?
I think we have a good chance. I think we have had tremendous special effects. But of course, at the same time, there are other movies out there that have had great special effects. And to me, it's always a remarkable job that those guys are doing to make us believe all the things that we see on screen. So I want to congratulate all of them that are nominated.
Maria, you are no stranger to media events, and that maybe people can... How big, can you describe it in any particular way, how big it is? I mean...
Well, it looks really big, it looks really impressive, and it's incredible all the people that come to cheer people like Arnold and everybody else in this profession on. It's terrific because they're the reason that they're successful, so it's great.
We were talking about all the successful Hollywood marriages. You guys have proved that it can work.
We are doing a great job between the tricky balance between the personal life and the professional life. But we are very happy with that. We have mastered it so far really well.
Have a very good time tonight.
Have fun tonight. Thank you.
Another Oscar nominee, Diane Wiest, for her wonderful work in Bullets Over Broadway. Diane, you look very emotional to me right now. It's good to see you.
So nice to meet you.
Why is this so emotional for you right now?
I don't know why it's so emotional for me.
You know, Diane,
How could it not be?
We had a chance to chat at the Bullets junket in New York City, and at that time you told me that I said, gee, your phone must be ringing off the hook, and you said actually Woody Allen was somebody who came to you with work, and how pleasing that was to you, that Woody Allen recognized your work, your abilities and your work.
Yes, yes.
Diane, this was a role in Bullets Over Broadway that you almost said I don't want to do.
Well, I didn't know how to do it at first, which was really scary, but I figured it out. Sorry.
You're up against, yes, you did. You figured it out very well. Helen Sinclair was such a wonderful role in Bullets, but you're up against your co-star, Jennifer Tilly.
I know I am. I know. She's so wonderful, you know.
So if you don't win, then are you pulling for Jennifer?
You know, I can't even think about it. I just let the evening happen. I can't even think about it. I wish everybody so much happiness. That's all.
Good luck to you tonight. We are so struck by this. Is what have a wonderful time tonight. Thank you so much. I don't think we've seen anybody here as deservedly moved as Diane Wiest. How very, very emotional she is.
Very emotional tonight, and she was both of our picks for the Best Supporting Actress.
A lot of people think that we will be talking with Diane Wiest backstage for a win for Best Supporting Actor. You know, one thing, in addition to the fashions, we're seeing who's here with whom. Here's the hot couple of the evening, Steve Martin and Diane Keaton. There they are together.
Hello,
Steve, good to see you. How are you?
Diane, hi, Steve. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you tonight. Hi.
The two of you are no strangers to the Oscars. Do you have some empathy and sense as to what the nominees are going through tonight?
Well, I think they're hoping to win, and we're live, right? I can't take anything back. Well, buy my new clothing line, then. I don't know.
Well, now, other people were plugging their TV specials or their appearance on Murphy Brown. Is there something that you're doing? That wonderful play.
We just finished Father of the Bride, too, so that's why we're here tonight.
The theme of this year's Oscars, of course, is comedy.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
The theme of this year's Oscars is comedy.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it is. And
I was lucky to get invited.
Well, have a good time tonight.
Thank you so much. Steve Martin and Diane Keaton, a Hollywood couple tonight.
Comedy is indeed the theme, and we will have not more laughs, but a lot more stars. Fashion, too, when we come back live from the Academy Awards. We are back with all of it in just 2 minutes.
I'm used to playing more overtly heroic women. Less tentative, more alluring, certainly not frigid.
And now a few words from Archie Bunker on evolution.
We didn't crawl out from under no rocks. We didn't have no tails. We didn't come from monkeys, you atheistic pinko meathead.
Archie Bunker on gun control.
Did you know that 65% of the people murdered in the last 10 years were killed by handguns?
Would it make you feel any better, little girl, if they was pushed out of windows?
Archie Bunker on fashion.
I stopped in a gents' room the other day. So help me, there was a guy in there with a ponytail. My heart nearly turned over in me. I thought I was in the wrong toilet.
And now Archie Bunker on video cassette with All in the Family, the Collector's Edition. The funniest, most outrageous episodes of the Emmy Award-winning classic sitcom that broke all the rules. Yours for only $4.95 plus shipping and handling for your first 4-episode video cassette. Now you can drop by 704 Hauser Street anytime you like and experience the hilarious goings-on of this average American family.
Dingbat!
As their daily routine set the stage for side-splitting laughter. And experience firsthand the legendary wisdom of America's foremost expert on everything, Archie Bunker on politics.
It's Salvatore, Feldman, O'Reilly, Nelson. It's an Italian, a Jew, an Irishman, and a regular American. What I call a balanced ticket.
Archie Bunker on motherhood.
Tell your wife to stop putting fancy ideas into a mother's head because they don't belong there. It's like putting lace on a bowling ball.
So pull up a chair and get your first 4-episode video cassette for only $4.95 plus shipping and handling. You'll discover that no subject is too taboo when it's kept all in the family. You'll even hear from Archie on the job.
To get your first 4-episode video of All in the Family, the Collector's Edition, for only $4.95 plus $2.45 shipping and handling, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-331-8848. Credit card orders only, please. Call now.
Gee, I couldn't have said that better myself.
Hang on just 1 second. We're spending our moments here with Winona Ryder, who's moving down the line. Winona, we just want to wish you luck and talk to you about what a remarkable movie Little Women is. I'm sure you're pulling not only for your own performance, but just for the whole film that people will see.
I can't hear you.
That's okay.
Sorry. That's all right. Winona Ryder and Dave Pirner have a wonderful
time tonight. There you go. You
Winona
cannot
Ryder,
imagine now how
Of course, up for her role in Little Women, where she was absolutely outstanding. 23 years old, and what a career she's had so far, Sam.
Boy, indeed, it has gotten very, very loud here as we're having sort of a final rush of celebrities. Quentin Tarantino is right here. And we're going to get to those celebrities in just a second. Additionally, we will check back in just a moment. There's Lori there. What have you seen so far, Lori, that you like or don't like?
Well, I've loved Claudia Schiffer's little Versace number. It seems like Versace's really going to be the Italian designer of choice for the Academy Awards instead of Armani, which we typically see.
Yeah.
Also, she wore purple, which you don't see, but it is spring. Pastels are very big. I think she looks good. Obviously, she wants to break into an acting career, so this isn't going to hurt. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Rita was supposed to wear a nude Pamela Dennis dress, but here she is in something very different. She looks great, but proves how fickle actresses can be, and she probably got a million dresses to try on. This is what she chose. She made a very good choice. Tom, of course, in Valentino, which he wore last year, and when those stars wear something and they win an Academy Award, they don't like to change. Witness Jodie Foster, who wears Armani year after year after year, which
Lori
she's done since
with all
'89.
the fashion do's
stuff. We'll
and
come back
don'ts
with
tonight. Thank you
But
very much.
here is the man who could be the man of the entire evening, Quentin Tarantino. Good evening. Good to see you.
Hello, Quentin. Nice to see you tonight. Pulp Fiction, a maverick into the mainstream. How do you feel about that?
I feel very good about it. I'm looking at myself on there, and my mouth is not matching. It's freaking me out, actually.
I was struck by your remarks at the Spirit Awards, I believe, about the influence of the noted critic Pauline Kael and how much Pauline Kael meant to you. Talk to me about that a little bit.
Oh, well, she's one of my favorite writers of all time, and she, I didn't go to film school. She kind of helped me. It was like a professor of my own mind, I guess, in a way. My own, do it while you learn film school.
Quentin, is it true that you actually use a notepad and you just make notes as you go along? Forget the computer, forget all the high-tech